What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the RabidMining YouTube channel. The flag is right there. It's looking pretty darn amazing, don't you think? You can check one of those out over at crypty.com. I got some other things at rabidmining.com as well, including the CPU mining calculator. So be sure to check that out if you are a CPU miner. But today I am looking at the GPUs again. The other day we turned these back on and they're still online. So we're going to look at my 24-hour profitability. I put some spreadsheets together. A lot of you guys like looking at spreadsheets, looking at stats to see how well these are doing. So I put a bunch of numbers together, like how much these things are making, what to mine is telling me, what the current price was at the time of recording this video, and how many coins it'll take to cover the power of this complete rig, and then how many coins and potential profitability we maybe get into the future bull run around 2025. So I got a whole bunch of numbers and stats together for you guys. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But check this out. Look at how dry it is here. So we're hanging out at like a 12% humidity down here. It's currently 25 degrees outside. Last night it was actually like minus 43. So it was pretty chilly outside. I got a couple windows cranked open, but regardless, you know, just a little unnecessary information there. But let's take a look and see how profitable this rig currently is in this bear market. And just for reference, if you did not see the past video, I do have these on Radiant, and I got a 3080 in there. You know, I got a 3070, about 6 3060 Ti's, a couple A2000s, and I think there's a 3060 in this one. Actually, I don't think there is. So I think it's all that, and A2000 is the lowest model here. So yeah, a bunch of 3080s, 3070s, 3060 Ti's, and A2000s. 12 GPUs all together. So let's rip in there and take a look at them numbers. All right, you guys, so here we are at my spreadsheet. So this is the OCTOMINER V12, fully loaded, fully equipped, hashed to the max, ready to roll. Rolling at 12 GPUs at 6.787 gigahash. Now, power at the wall is 846 watts. So that is all the fans, all your server power supplies, your OCTOMINER fans, everything this entire rig is using to mine Radiant is 846 watts directly at the wall there. So that's what the power company will be billing you on. Total coins mined in that past 24 hours was 1,729.7178 RXD or Radiant. Now, my current power price, I am in Canada, it's about 15.5 cents, 15.5, 15.5. That works out to be 11 cents USD per kilowatt hour. Now, power costs, it does cost me $2.23 per day to run this rig. Now, coin price currently at the time of doing this is 0.002198 cents. So less than a cent here, guys. My 24-hour gross earnings was actually $3.80. That is before power was taken off. Now, when I first started this off, what to mine was telling me $1.04 for profit. So $1.04 profit after power. Now, at the time of ending this, 24 hours later, because we never know, price could go up, hash rate could go up, hash rate could go down, which would increase those yields. That is now telling me what to mine is saying $1.19. So we are a little more profitable than when I first started. Now, the actual profit that I did get based on the coins I mined was $1.57, which is above both numbers that what to mine was telling me. Now, if I was to sell my power, which I do, or sell my power, I wish I could sell my power. That would make us all a lot of money. Run our own power companies and so on. That'd be awesome. To the moon, Rabid power. Anyway, so if I were to sell my coins to cover my power costs, which I usually do, I don't do it every day, but I do it, you know, once a month or something like that. But it would cost me 1,015 coins at the current price to cover my power costs for that day. So that means in terms of coins left over for profits, I mined 714.717 Radiant. So I have 714 coins in the profit here. Everything else that I did mine out of that 1,729 is gone for power. So I got 714 here. Now, coins per month, this is all profit after the power at this point. I'm not counting everything per day. I am making 21,441.51 RXD per month if everything remains as is. Remember, hash rate can change, price can change. If price goes up, that means less coins spent towards the power bill. If price goes down, more coins spent. Hash rate goes up, less coins mined, and if hash rate goes down, more coins mined. So there's a lot of factors here that will play out in between each day that we have to realize is going on in the background. But also, that works out on the current level. If the trajectory stays as is, I will get about 257,298.12 coins per year. So every 365 days or every 12 months in 2025 bull run coins. So in 2 years from now, I predict the all-time highs will start happening in 2025. Now, the bull run will begin sometimes within the middle to the end of 2024, but the actual all-time highs will begin peaking sometime in 2025 based on history. So that's just what I'm going by here. And I should have, if I continue mining, about 514,596.24 coins at that time. Now for this final bull run price here, an estimation on what I may make, it all reverts on coming back to the price. So we have no idea what Radiant RXD may do in the future. It may be here and doing great. It may not last that long. It's really hard to say. And you know, if you're from Radiant right now, no offense, I'm not saying your coin's going to die or anything, but most coins that are just coming out may end up dying. They're not going to make it to the next, bull run or something. But I'm not saying that's going to happen on RXD, but you always have to be leery of this. But we have no idea what the future of this coin, could be. If we look at the past price, it was hanging out at 0.00279 at its previous all-time high. That was just in September of 2022, which is a couple months ago. It's a brand new token, guys, or at least it's a brand new coin since it's been listed. I'm not sure how long it's really been around previously, but if we come into it, we're almost leading up to that all-time high again. We're not quite at it, but look at these levels. We're pretty close. We're 3/4 of the way up there. So we have not really actually seen a bull run on RXD yet. So we're at 0.0023 cents. I think we're almost there. Like that's only like a what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, a 4.5x or something to hit 1 cent. So I'm just going off a real loosely based 1 cent all-time high. And it could get, quite a bit higher, or it could be quite a bit lower. We don't know. I have no idea. Maybe maybe someone has a time machine, because I know I don't. But just guessing, we could easily see 1 cent if RXD is still around and a lot of people are still, looking at this project at that time. So I based this at 1 cent, and based after power the whole time here, I would be making profitably with this amount of coins, 514,596.24, green of $5,145. Now, it doesn't sound like that much, and it could be a lot higher depending on the price, but that is still profit. $5,100 is $5,100 that I wouldn't have if I don't have my GPUs on. Now, there's a lot of factors, like I mentioned back in here, that could definitely change that. Hash rate, difficulty, prices, power prices, a lot of different variables. But if everything remains on its current track, then this is what I'm set to do. And it's just a quick rough estimate. So I just wanted to kind of share the spreadsheet with you. All right, guys, so there you have it. Radiant is currently profitable, and the future projection, it's not too bad. That can definitely, well, everything's already ROI thanks to Ethereum. So any bonus there, that could buy some new hardware or so on within the next 2 years. So that is some nice funds to have put away. Now, depending which way you look at it, depending on your power price, a lot of things to consider. Most people today will just look at current fiat values and be like, okay, it's not worth mining. It's not worth doing this. It's not doing that. So, maybe maintenance fees aren't worth that. You might have to pay 20, 30 bucks for a couple fans, which is a decent ROI. Especially if you have to sell coins at this level, you're going to be using a lot more coins. It's going to cost a lot to pay off. But if you don't, if everything goes good and then you got to replace something, $5,100 will definitely cover a couple fans if you can hold out until the prices start gaining here. But we're looking at hardware these days. Like, we got a lot of Ipollos and stuff that are going very, very cheap. But it's hilarious because if you look at those now, And people are like, oh, they're not making anything. They're making $1. They're making $1.20, or they're making 70 cents or something, and they're $400. So it's like, I don't want to get that. ROI is too long. Now, if we fast forward to 2025, say Ethereum Classic or FW or something, you need a higher DAG. You know, you need the 6 gigabyte ones, the SEs and stuff. But say they start taking off. We don't know what's going to take off. But if it does, and then these miners are going to go from $400 to $800 upwards to like $8,000. Then you're gonna be like, oh, I want one at this time because it's making $5 a day or something stupid like that. But then you look back and be like, oh, well, remember when it was only $400? Well, I didn't want to spend it because it was only making $1 that day or something. So it's hilarious because this happens time and time again. Every single cycle, hardware gets cheaper because the fiat value, and it doesn't look promising to most people out there trying to get into it. But once you lead up into that bull run, you're greatly going to be like, yes, I'm glad I got that then or that then. We've seen that all through the 2021 bull run. Oh, 2018, $50 GPUs, 580s, or, you know, $100 580s. And then all of a sudden they went up to like $800, and everyone's like, oh, but they were still buying them because it was profitable at that time. But needless to say, you could have bought freaking 8 of those for the same amount of price just a year or two before that, but no one wants to do it at that point in time. So these are things we got to look at as miners. Do you believe in crypto as a miner? This is what you really got to ask yourself. Do you believe in crypto? Do you think it's going to go up? You should probably start stacking your hardware before they get too expensive. Anyway, guys, I just want to point it out. GPUs, yes, they're not making anything crazy right now, but it's still making, depending what you point to and your own power price, it's still making something. Or you can just shut them off and wait. There's a lot of people doing that too. I was one of them, but this is currently a little bit profitable. So I'm going to let it roll for a few more days, see how it goes. But that's about it, guys. We are currently profitable in that. Hopefully this video, you know, you're intrigued by it. It helps you out in any way. If you have any questions, comments at all, just let me know down in the comment section below. I answer everything. I read everything. Join the Discord. Check out the website, RabidMining.com, merch, Crypty.com as well. Check out, you can get some Rabid flags, things like that. But thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.